Hey guys, it's me, Dax Moy from Fitness Marketing Made Simple, back with another short video. This one is answering a question from Petra Rowden Harvey, who says, let me just see what she says. She says, what format do you follow in a newsletter and how often would you send one out? You know, this is like a really, really good question. Right, what format do I follow? We've tried lots of different formats of newsletter. To be honest, the most successful newsletter that we've ever run has been one that we actually print. Actually, it's a hard copy newsletter that I'm very fortunate to have a team of coaches that work with me, and we distribute them door to door, literally like old style. Stick them in a bag, walk the street, get them through people's doors. Right? Where do we get that content from? The content is really quite simple. We take the material that we've already written online in our blogs and on our various blog posts, and we just cut and paste them into our documents. Our magazines are usually, because the newsletters are actually printed off in magazine format, they're usually about 12 pages long, 12 pages, and at least 11 pages are content, like pure content. All of our best blog posts from that month, beautiful illustrations, laid out nicely, and essentially with places throughout the newsletter that tells people how they can download their own copy or their free copy of the Elimination Diet, for example. So anytime the magazine essentially isn't doing any selling, right? The magazine isn't doing any selling. What it's doing instead is informing and educating. So that's how we run that. We literally take content from our blog posts, stick them into a magazine, print them off, and distribute them. Now you can do it in an even simpler format. What about one page or two page, one piece of A4 paper that you print off on your own printer at home in black and white? You take a single blog post, and the blog post wants to be about 1.5 pages of A4 long. Okay, on one side of your blog, on one page, you've got like it's a full page of the content. The other side is a half page of the content, and after that is a little advertisement for your services, right? And it can be even like 2/3 of the second page can be pure content, and then a little advertisement for your services. What you're doing here then is you're using your newsletter to educate and inform and actually show people that you're really good at what you do before you ask them, hey, come and buy my shit. Okay, so every single thing you put out really wants to be an opportunity to demonstrate your expertise, your excellence. Okay, take your content, produce it into hard form, because everything that you're told to do online works offline. Everything, right? So take the same material offline. You wouldn't stick shit in a newsletter online, right? You wouldn't kind of put your worst stuff online. So, and you wouldn't incessantly spam and hit people up with buy my shit, buy my shit, buy my shit. But when we advertise offline, nearly everything we create is a buy my shit alert, right? Instead of doing that, create some form of content that educates people, that connects them to an idea that you are really, really good at what you do, and then have that distributed so there's only a small amount of an advertisement, because essentially the expertise part is the advertisement. You don't ever have to worry about the fact that you need to say to people, come and buy my shit, come and buy my shit, come and buy my shit. They're going to read your stuff and they're going to go, oh wow, this is interesting. So use your newsletters in that way. What was the second part of that question, Petra? Let's have a look. The second part, how often would you send one out? Well, as frequently as you possibly can. Every week, to be honest, every week I would have something distributed from your studios, from your business, something hard copy. Whether that's literally you and a member of staff walk the streets for 1 hour a week and you distribute as many copies as you possibly can. It's a lot of people are going to tell you that's a really bad use of your time, right? It's not. I can promise you it's not. But you've got to produce good content. Stick it out in. Look, if you've got content going through local letterboxes, proving that you're not just flyering and spamming people, but you're educating them, and particularly if you transfer those leads online, right? So if you give people something to download, the last section of your newsletter isn't a buy my shit section. It's a download your free copy of my Elimination Diet section. Then you're going to grow your list, and your list is going to be grown from local sources. Once you've got 2,000 names or 1,000 names or 500 names on your local list, you can speak to them online and things become a lot easier. You can send them much more regular stuff. But I would produce something for them weekly. If it was actually a true newsletter, a true magazine, then you're probably going to do that probably once a month, because it's going to be cost inhibitory. But if we're talking about an article going out, you'd probably be better served by putting out an article a week. We've had some great responses off of things like liver articles after Christmas, like how to detox your liver and all that kind of stuff, distributed through a client's doors, distributed through local communities' doors, and it's been very powerful. You get some pretty good response. So that's my advice to you. If it's going to be a true newsletter, hard copy, you're probably going to want to do that offline once a month. If it's going to be a semi kind of newsletter, if it's going to be an article, distribute that offline once a week. If you're doing them online, then it really just comes down to how long it takes you to create content. I'd do it at least once a month, but you don't have to duplicate your content. Just take the content that you're already creating on your blog and give them that. Okay, so I hope that's helpful to you, Petra, and everyone else. If you find it useful, please leave me a comment below. I really want to hear that it's been useful to you. If you've got any questions, leave me a question as well, and I will do my damnedest to answer it. Take care.